I try to live as frugally as possible without compromising the quality of my life. My parents always really pushed me towards education as well as taught me about investing at a very young age, and I think this is what really pushed me towards trying to achieve financial freedom as soon as possible. My name is Nguonly. I'm 22 years old. I make around $194,000 per year as a software engineer at Google, living in Orange County, California. I was probably one of the only people I knew who was interested in stocks and stuff like this at my age. But as time grew on, more and more of my friends started to get into it. Their parents started teaching them about it in high school, college. It was a little bit scary at the start, but I think I really grew for it to become a passion of mine. If I was able to graduate college, my undergrad, in 2 years, this would allow me to stay within that budget and not take on any additional debt. So what I did was I meticulously planned every single semester, and doing so, I was able to graduate college in 2 years from UC Berkeley with my bachelor's degree in computer science. The biggest sacrifice I made was I was not really able to enjoy any of that traditional undergraduate experience. All in all, though, I would say that it was definitely worth it, as it was able to put my financial goals ahead and really get me started on a journey towards financial independence, and I would make the sacrifice again any day. So I also ended up pursuing my master's degree because I felt that I had graduated college so soon and that I wanted to be able to really maximize my education and do the most that I could with my life. So I ended up doing my master's degree at Berkeley as well, and I did this in 1 year while working full-time as a software engineer at Google. It has always been a lifelong dream for me to work for Google. If I could get into Google, my life would be complete. Eventually, I was able to make that dream come true. When I moved away from startup work into working at big tech, I felt like there was a lot more organization and a lot more structure, and additionally, the work-life balance was significantly better. This is why I personally feel that a big tech culture is more of a fit for me. I'd say the biggest perks I love about Google is that there's free lunch. Another major perk that Google employees are offered is something for personal development. Any personal development courses you take, non-related to your job, can be reimbursed up to 1/3 of the cost. And so I use these to reimburse the cost of my ping pong lessons and my language learning lessons. I would say through using perks at Google, I'm able to save close to $4,000 per year. I do budget to an extent where I have an idea of how much money I should be spending on each category per month. However, I don't set a strict numerical number, but instead I just make sure that I am being reasonable with my purchases, and this has worked very well for me. One thing that I really love to splurge on is travel. So I travel between 3 to 4 times per year, and this is one of those things that really helps me relax and reset from my work. And so even though travel can be expensive, it's definitely something I try to prioritize and make a budget for. I primarily eat takeout and I cook at home, but not often. A lot of my meals, though, I do eat at Google, so this is able to save me some part of my grocery bill each month. For transportation, I do drive an electric car, so this saves me a lot of money on gas. However, my electric bill is a little bit high because I charge my car at home. So for the last month, my electricity bill was close to $200. So I do save and invest money each month. I would say a little bit over $1,000 into non-retirement accounts. And then into retirement accounts, I would say an average of $1,800 per month is invested from my paychecks. I actually keep very little liquid cash on hand. It's losing its value over time at an alarmingly fast rate. So accordingly, I like to put my money into investments that can grow over time and exceed the pace of inflation. My biggest financial mistake by far was over-leveraging into cryptocurrencies towards the end of 2021, where it had a very big crypto pump. In doing so, I was really investing money that I didn't have, and my losses were significantly amplified. So this mistake cost me upwards of around $80,000. I still believe in cryptocurrencies as a whole. However, I do think that a lot of these altcoins can be very risky, and I avoid putting any money into these now. As my net worth and investment portfolio has grown, my risk tolerance has definitely decreased quite a lot. I invest fairly cautiously now. I invest mainly in ETFs and real estate, and these have worked very well for me over the past couple years. I own 2 properties, one investment property that I have in Florida, and my current primary residence that I live in right now. I bought my investment property first at the beginning of 2022, and I did this because I knew that once I had a big mortgage to pay each month, it would be very difficult for me to save at the same rate, and so I wanted to be able to build up investments before I made the purchase to buy a home to live in. I saved up to buy my first home by living with my parents and living very frugally. I was able to save about 95% of my income by not doing many expensive activities and just really staying at home, even though I was making a 6-figure salary. For the house that I live in right now, my mortgage is $4,593, but I pay an extra $7 per month, rounding this up to $4,600. Additionally, my HOA fees for this property are $300 per month. I currently live alone in this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. My current goal is to retire at 35 years old. This may seem like a very young age for a lot of people, and it is, but for myself, I really want to have more time freedom and the ability to pursue the passions and hobbies that I really want to do with my life. What I'm really looking forward to in the next 2 years is continuing to grow in my career, as well as continuing to experience life on the side. So I have a lot of upcoming trips planned to go and see the world, and that's what I'm going to do. I plan to keep buying up rental properties with the goal of buying one property every 1 to 2 years, as well as continually contributing to my investments, both my retirement accounts and my regular brokerage accounts. I consider myself to be a family man, and having kids is definitely on my plate in the near future. One thing I really want to early retire for is because I want to spend more time with my kids while they're young. I do feel to an extent that I've made it in life, in that I was able to accomplish a lot at a very young age, and I'm very proud of myself, and also recognize that I've been very blessed to do so. I would still say that there are a lot of goals for me to keep going towards, and so my motto is, even though I'm successful now, there's always more for me to shoot for, and I'm always going to keep setting new goals until I'm able to achieve those, and once I achieve those, I'll set some more.